Hey, what's poppin', beloved? It's TT here. I think I want to talk to the camera today, just like I'm talking to myself and not talking to anybody else. How are you feeling? Like, how are you really feeling? Like, I feel like I can't figure out how I feel in the moment. Like, I'm not going to label it good or bad feelings, but I just know it's something in there and it wants to come out. And I think it's stemming from a place in my life of uncertainty. And feeling like I need to have everything figured out. Like, feeling like I need to know what the next move is to bust. And I know this is God's way of forcing me to surrender. It's like, I feel like old thought processes that I've had since I don't know how long. It's like, I know they're not true. I'm going to give you an example. Especially with my finances. Because I haven't been making the income that I'm used to making. I haven't been in a space of promoting the new businesses and stuff I got going on because I just been trying to deal with myself mentally and emotionally, and it's like I've been at a space where I don't even care about that stuff. And then sometimes I be feeling like God, you placed me here to be a helper. And I know that all begins with helping myself. Like, I feel like what I'm saying ain't even making sense. I'm just trying to talk to myself and get my real feelings out, and just feel like these tears been needing to come up. I had a good cry the other week. It's like, I know I'm supposed to use my thoughts to manifest the things that I do want. But in the back of my head, all this silly shit be going on, man. Yeah. I can't figure it out right now. And maybe it just ain't meant to figure out. Maybe it's just meant to feel. That's why what am I afraid of? Let me talk about what I'm afraid of. Sometimes I feel like, am I afraid of my potential? Am I afraid of the potential of how great I know I am? How great I know I'm becoming? Am I afraid of not being in control? Because basically, uncertainty, not having shit figured out, that's being afraid of losing control. And it's like, I already know what surrendering will do for my life, but what the fuck am I still holding on to? Why the fuck do I feel like I need to have it figured out? Like, I don't know, y'all. I came for a little weekend getaway trip to Austin. It's like an hour and a half from where I'm at. Mind you, I'm in between financial favor, and so it's like my budget wasn't even right to even be trying to rent a car and rent an Airbnb and come somewhere, and I feel like I ain't even enjoying myself because I'm wondering how I'm gonna pay my fucking bills in 10 days because my bank account is on zero today. But I know God always makes a way for me. And I know my angels be shaking their head like, this child, when she gonna get it together? Because in all the years I ain't been homeless, I ain't been hungry, ain't none of my utilities got cut off. So why do I continuously take myself through the worry for nothing? Seems a little redundant by now. Like, I know my angels is like, girl, I know God is like, girl, I don't even know what I just said. I don't even know if that fucking made sense. I feel like I don't even be digging deep enough like I want to say the things that I really want to say, because I feel like I don't know how to put the feelings into words. Or I feel like when I do put them in words, it don't fully grasp the feeling. Or maybe I just need to hear to sit here and cry and ramble. Maybe that's what I needed. But let me get into this read. Let me get into this reading today. Thank you, God. Thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, ascended masters. Thank you, archangels. Thank you, spirit animals. Thank you for the message for our highest good today. Thank you is just the message. Just the message needed for today, angels. I am in sync with the flow of life. All that I love is more important to me than all that I fear. I release the need to be right. I am defenseless and at peace. These 3 cards fell out. So, this space, I am in sync with the flow of life. This space feels uncomfortable for me. The uncertainty. This space feel like I'm losing control, and that's the point of surrendering. And although it feels uncomfortable, although we might be getting forced to surrender, because that's exactly how I feel. Like I'm being forced to surrender, and it could feel a lot lighter if we just really just let go and just be like, fuck the what ifs, because we are right where we are supposed to be. Like, fuck the what ifs. Because really, that's the thing that I cling to. Is the what if I don't have enough money to pay my rent and pay for my shop, and I'm gonna get kicked out. And I'm all the way in Texas where I'm gonna live at. But like I said earlier, every time I think like that, God favors me. And it don't even never play out like that. So to trust and let go, and just how I use those what ifs for the worst case scenario, to use those what ifs to build myself up, to build what I want to see. And it's just, I get so frustrated at myself. I get so frustrated because I know that I'm a great manifester. I know that I can have whatever I want. But I also feel blessed in the frustration because sometimes I manifest against myself, not intentionally, but I still be favored. God still show up and show out. So what if I can just amplify my blessings by using the what ifs to build the life I want to see, and stop torturing myself. And it sounds so easy, and I have the concept. It's about being consistent though, and I have to have an accountability moment. I don't be being consistent, but that's a battle in itself too. It's a battle in itself to know the right things to do, to be enlightened and know the right course of action to take, but still finding the fucking discipline to do that shit on a continuous basis. Because that's how we rebuild that's how we destruct and rebuild the right process, the right thinking processes. And I know this. But regardless of how you feel, this is a part of the process. Regardless how uncertain and if you still clinging, start figuring out how to just flow with it so it won't feel so hard. All that I love is more important to me than all that I fear. What's important to me? Healing is important to me. Healing so that my family, my grandchildren, my nieces and nephews can all be inspired to always love themselves and put themselves first, and not put up with people that don't see their worth, going after the things that make them happy. I love myself. So what this is telling me is the love I have for self gotta be greater than the what ifs that create all the fear. The love for self gotta be great enough to be fucking disciplined and be fucking consistent so I can break these fucking stupid ass thought processes. Because I already got what it takes. I already know what it takes. So all that I love, which is myself, and healing myself, gotta be greater than what if I get kicked out? What if my car breaks down? All this stupid shit that never even plays out because I got so much favor and protection. So why torture yourself, self? Why torture yourself? You love yourself. You deserve better than those type of thoughts, and you know that. Release them. Not even release. Let go of them. Let go of them. I promise you're going to be fine. You're always fine. You're always taken care of. And even if something do show up that makes you more uncomfortable, even if you do lose your apartment, so just say you did. Just say you did. You're still going to be okay, because God still has a plan for you. So don't let fear make you feel defeated. Don't let fear make you feel defeated. And I feel like the message with fear keep popping up over and over. We gotta love ourselves enough to go towards the fear, because when we go towards the fear, when we oppose the fear, it builds confidence. It builds confidence in who we becoming. And I sit on this camera and I sit on this video and say all these things that feel so hard for me that sometimes I just feel like, fuck it, God. Fuck it. Why do I gotta go through all this? But I know, God know that I ain't never gonna give up on myself. I might talk shit. I'm never gonna give up. And hope, I pray, I know that if somebody see this message and relate to this message, I hope it help you feel like you're not alone in the things that you be battling. Nobody ever said it would be easy. The easy shit ain't even worth nothing. What comes easy? None of us have an easy life. All of us have something that we need to fight through and fight for. And if you see this message, I just want to encourage you to keep going. And I just want to encourage you to love yourself. Love yourself. I release my need to be right. I am defenseless and I am at peace. I really don't like using that word release no more. I will replace that with let go. I let go my need to be right. And that's just the control. Everything is not in our fucking control. Everything is not gonna play out how we expect it to play out. Life ain't meant to be fucking comfortable all the time. Life ain't meant for us to be right about everything all the time, because if you always right about shit, you can't never learn nothing. And somebody who can't learn nothing, a know-it-all, know everything, just limiting yourself so much. So let go of the need to know how everything is gonna work out, because that's when we can find the peace. And we can just have enough self-love to work on and have consistency with training our mind to see what we see for ourselves, not what the fuck we've been programmed to believe. We got the power in our mind to create the life that we want. But when that life we creating comes with bumps and bruises and turns and fucking twists to keep us in the flow, in the alignment. So we gotta find peace with that. We have to be at peace with that. I love you. You are amazing. You are right where you're supposed to be, right at the right time. All those old thought processes that tell you that you aren't enough, you're going to lose, you're a failure, those are lies. Those are lies that you soaked up from the world. And I need you to look at yourself right now and know that you are so fucking powerful. You got the power of God inside of you. You are God. You are God's greatest creation. Nothing can stop that. Nothing can stop that. We can only postpone and stand in the way of our own selves by clinging to those old ways and old patterns. Like we know it's a lie. I come to this park today because I don't know. I really feel like I want to turn back around and go home, back home, but I already paid for the trip. So make the best out of it. And I feel like if I ran home, that would be me succumbing to fear. So I'm going to stay and I'm going to make the best out of the time I have here. And I appreciate having this opportunity to come here. Having a thought in my head to myself like, I'm tired of being sad, man. And I'm not always sad, but I accept my sadness because I know this is just like my inner child and she needs to cry. And it's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to cry even if you don't know what you're sad for. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. Yeah. I'm so grateful that I know how to let my feelings flow now. What am I sad for? I'm sad because I'm sad because of resisting change. I'm sad because of clinging to old shit, old patterns, clinging to old memories, like, that don't serve me any good. But I've got the lessons from them already. Thank you, angels. Thank you for being with me when I feel so alone. Can we get a card from this deck, angels, please? Can we get a card from this deck? Inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Council of light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realm. Inner temple. This is my first time seeing these two cards. This deck is fairly new, so I'm just gonna give my interpretation before I read the book. But all the inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Tune into ourselves, like have devotion to tuning into our inner guidance, and then we can let go of. It'll be easier to let go when we are constantly tuning into self. Have an open heart. Let me read the book, y'all. Thank you, angels. Inner temple, page 70. Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. You are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion into your life. You could be being called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice, or to show up to your soul with rhythm, to develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All of the answers to all the questions that you seek are waiting for you in the portal of your heart. But you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen to your soul. To listen. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you. And so the more time you spend with it and show up to it, the more clearly it can guide you. We are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn. And you are being called to go deeper into your soul growth, or to increase your devotion by being a student of a lineage or a spiritual teacher. If you already been a committed student, then you are being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud they are of you, and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you are questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus towards devotion in this prayer. Please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. Thank you, angels. And like I just said, like earlier in this message, when I was telling y'all about how I was feeling and stuff, it's in the discipline. It's in how we show up. Like, I sit here and want to cry about feeling lost. I'm not being hard on myself. I'm just being real right now. I sit here and want to cry and bitch at myself about needing guidance and feeling sad and being secure in where I'm going and wanting control, but I don't be taking time with myself regularly like I should, and I know I don't. The shit is not gonna be served to you on a silver platter, self. You gotta dig for that shit. You gotta forge for that shit. Nobody's gonna walk up to you and hand you all the fucking answers. Nobody's gonna walk up to you and hand you all the work that you gotta fucking get out the mud and do yourself. So if you sick of it, if you really, really sick of it and you really, really want change and you want to see change at a more rapid rate, then you know what the fuck to do. It's not going to be easy. But just like you pick up your phone every day and fucking scroll through that motherfucker aimlessly for hours, you can spend an hour each day with yourself, going inward, however you choose to do it. So many tools that you know how to utilize and you're not. And that is causing the fucking blockages. That is causing the you getting in your way, you slowing down the momentum. Even though you are in the flow, you're slowing down the momentum even though you're in the flow. But if you want that flow to be accelerated, and it's time to get more serious. You've been serious. I'm not going to take that away from you. You've been serious. You've been doing a good job. But it's time to level up. Because I know you're tired of feeling tired. I know you're tired of those same old thought processes that you know are not working for you, that you know are torturous to you, that you know are like going against the grain. And in order to give those up, you gotta give in and go in and stay in and tap in and tune in. And I love you. And I believe in you if nobody else believes in you. Somebody believes in you. You got forces out here that's fighting for you. You got forces out here that's holding you up and protecting you and believe in your whole soul's purpose. You are alone for a reason. You are isolated. You are isolated because the answers are not out there. They are in here. I believe in you. You come. Look how far you've come. Look how far you come. I believe in you. You are doing it. But it's time to put action behind the guidance that you seek and you get in. It's time. Council of the Light, Divine Orchestrator, helpers in the subtle realm. That's your guides. That's your guides telling you that they're here and you will never fail. You will never fail. I don't care if you feel like a failure. You're not. You're a conqueror. You are victorious.